What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Ace Metaphor. And listen, I think I'm live on Facebook right now. I'm not sure you guys gonna let me know if I'm live or not. But Facebook, what's going on? It's your boy Ace Metaphor. Now check this out. I got asked the question, and I thought it was a good question. Someone asked, how come bad men pursue good women? And the reason why I wanted to address this question is because it's a common misconception. And I think I talked about it like a couple weeks ago, but I want to make it painfully obvious for everybody that is watching. Do you actually think a bad man, one without qualities, qualifications, one that causes headaches, problems, and stress, do you really think they go to sleep dreaming about meeting a woman that brings the same stress, anxiety, and trust issues to relationships? You think they want someone worse than who they are? You think they just like, you know what? I know I'm low quality, right? I know I ain't got nothing going on for myself. I know for a fact that all I'm good for is 7-minute dick, because it'll just be like 7 minutes. It ain't like 20 or 30. I'm good for not texting back, but you know what? I want somebody that's gonna do me the same way I do them. Ladies that's on Zoom, because I can see y'all faces, and on Facebook, I want you to answer below. Name a guy that can dish what they take out. Like name a guy that's like, you know what? I cheated before, so I guess it's cool that you cheat. Name one. Name a guy. Name a guy you know. Name a guy. I can stay out all night, but if you do it, it's a problem. That's the type of guys you know, right? So my point is, even those toxic, negative, immature men want mature, healthy, reasonable women, because they don't want to be able to take, they don't want to have to take what they dish out. Like in their mind is like, you know what? If anybody gonna be effed up in this relationship, it's gonna be me. Okay? It's gonna be me. I don't want to be, look, when they say opposites attract, I really believe that, man. Because I think it's a flip side. It's both sides to the coin. So you'll have a negative person and they want to balance out their lives with a positive person. Right? But then sometimes you have positive people that subconsciously want to balance out their life with negative people. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's a fix them complex. I don't know if it's this person reminds you of, how you grew up. Sometimes we experience toxic love in our childhood. And so now it's hard for us to appreciate functional, healthy love. I don't know. Like sometimes you be addicted to the dysfunction. I can't explain why. Somebody have to. Anyway, I don't want to get too long-winded, but here's my point. A toxic person will not say, you know what, I'm toxic. Name a toxic person that actually will admit that they toxic. Look, half y'all watching right now kind of toxic too, but we ain't gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna be that guy. We're not gonna talk about it. Half y'all toxic yourself, but you won't admit it. You're not gonna sit here and be like, you know what, Ace, I'm toxic. You're not gonna do that. Everybody think they a good catch. Everybody think it's the other person that's the problem. Even in the worst form of it all, and I know we've been talking about it, and it's become like a common thing, but there are people that's like incapable of admitting their toxicity. Like they don't see it a normal type of way. You know what I mean? Like it's like, hold on, let me pin this on my Facebook. Oh man, how can I comment as? All right, I can't pin it. Yeah, they don't see it as, you know what? I'm toxic and it's my fault. Like, have you ever been in a relationship with somebody? Like, listen, everybody watching Facebook, I know you watching me. Zoom, I got my Zoom callers. We about to have a live call-in show. I know y'all watching too. But I want to ask you a question, and I want you to look me right into my face, right? Have you ever been with somebody, right? And it's obvious that whatever happened is their fault. Like, it's no other option. Like, what they did is their fault. You know it in your head. You approached them about whatever they did that everyone agrees is their fault. And you talk to them, right? You talk to them, normally, you're tactfully, and you come to this conversation, and halfway in the conversation, you get convinced that it was your fault. Like, it's like, hold on. Am I crazy? Like, well, maybe he didn't have sex with that girl. Maybe that really is his cousin. But it's weird that his cousin will be texting him at 2 a.m. talking about, oh, I had an amazing night tonight. We got to do it again. My leg's still shaking. But you like in your head, you like, well, he said it was his cousin, and he looked at me straight in my face, like literally right in your face. It's my cousin. And like, he say it with such positive conviction that you like, you know what, maybe it was his cousin. My point is, hold on. I'm getting sidetracked. My point is this. Even people that are toxic have a hard time seeing it. I mean, like, I really do be believing that some of those people be believing they lies, because you got to believe your lies sometimes to lie that hard. Like, they lying hard. Like, not a little bit. They telling big lies. And like, in my head, I'm like, you got to be believing what you're talking about in order to be that convicted. For real. But anywho, so this is what we're gonna do. Let me end this topic by saying this. And then I'm gonna get some live callers. If you're on Facebook, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to call in right now and ask me any kind of question you want, okay? But check this out. Here's the end all be all. I need you to accept that negative and positive people will pursue you. If you are a good catch, you are opening up the possibility of everyone trying to holler at you. And I know you think people automatically disqualify themselves. Like, they'll look at your standards and be like, you know what? Maybe she too good for me. But name one guy that has ever had that stop them from trying. Okay. No guy gonna be like, she too good for me. I ain't gonna hit her up. No guy be like, you know what? I ain't gonna waste her time. You feel me? I ain't gonna waste her time. Listen, let me tell you why I know this. Now, women may do the same thing. I'm not a woman though. I am a man, and I have a whole bunch of male friends. Trust me, no guy I've ever had like talked to, like been friends with, ever been like, you know what, man? She too good for me. I ain't even gonna talk to her because I don't even want to waste her time. Never have I ever heard that from a guy. The only time you have ever heard that from a guy is after he has wasted your time, right? Like, think about it. It's not you, it's me. Like, I'm not ready yet. But he says that after he's wasted your time. Think about it. It's never before. Wouldn't it be good if in the first 2 or 3 days he figures out you too good for him, and then he like, you know what? He says that on date 3. You know what? You know what, man? You a good girl, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sort of a fuckboy, and I just don't want to mess up your stilo. Never have that ever happened. If that has ever happened to you, comment below. Watch the comments be extra empty, because it has never happened to you, or you. They only will say this after they wasted all of your time. Like imagine if your time was a jar, right? They could say it after they've wasted a quarter of the jar or half the jar. No, they tell you that after they drank the whole thing from the jar. They be like, there's no more time left. And they're like, you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, you a little too good for me. A year later, I ain't really ready for a relationship. After a year of being in a relationship, and I've just been thinking, man, you deserve somebody better. Listen, I'm not advocating for violence, ladies. Facebook, I want you to understand this. Zoom, I want you to understand this. I am not advocating for violence. But I can understand why people be putting sugar in people's gas tanks. Like, it's like, hold on. I can understand why people be putting potatoes in mufflers. I can understand, like, hold on, man. Because this is the one thing I learned. And guys, I want you to just follow me here. I know y'all think I'm guy bashing, but if you look inside yourself and look in your immediate friends, you will agree with what I'm saying. Check this out. This is how bad it is. A guy will drive a woman crazy, then turn around and call her it. Like they had no contribution in the craziness. Like, hold on, whoa. Like, man, you acted crazy. Like, but you lied so much that before you met him, you had never once thought about going through somebody's phone. Never once. Not saying that is right, but you never once thought about it. But you meet this guy, he doing some extra shady shit, lying straight to your face, like straight face, both. It's the personification of the word bold faced. Like, it's the bold faced lie. Like, he'll look at you like, I ain't sleep with her. And then be like, see, this is why. Ain't it always the flip, though? Ain't it always the flip? Oh, man. Can I be honest with y'all? You know how I know this firsthand? Can I be honest with y'all? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Zoom, I can see y'all looking at me, and I know y'all about to judge me. I can see the judgment that's about to come on your face. But this is a safe space. This is Ace Collins show, so it's gonna be safe space, right? This is safe space. We can be honest with each other. The reason I know this, because I used to do it. I don't feel good about it, but I can't. In good faith, I can't sit up here and talk about these things without letting you know where the truth comes from. And I hope that all the guys that are watching right now understand I'm not telling on you. I'm not snitching on you. I am exposing some of my demons. And hopefully through exposing these things, people that are watching can watch out for them. But let me tell you this. This is the number one technique toxic dudes will use when you catch them in the truth. Ooh, they gonna lie, then deflect. Ooh, lie and deflect. But why you going through my phone though? So you don't trust me. No, notice how that comes real fast, right? Like, whatever you did to get the truth is worse than the truth itself. Just how it works. So this is my point. My point in saying all this is this. What you have to do is you have to say two things. You have to say, I realize that because I'm a good girl, or man, and if you're a man watching this, just vice versa. Okay, I'm not saying that women don't do the similar things. It's just I'm not a woman, so I don't know what they be doing to us that's messed up. I don't know. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've kind of always had a good girl. Like, that's in my life. Every woman that I've engaged with, I would say, was a good girl. It's crazy. I can't think of no toxic women. Like, I really can't think of a toxic woman I've been with. For real. None. Not saying that they don't exist, but me personally, either I've avoided them and like saw it early and avoided that situation. Which means here's the caveat, which means that, maybe I was the toxic person. You know, it just is what it is. Like in my previous, like in my life, I was thinking like the women that I talked to in my 20s, they're a lot of them are already married. I'm not. So it wasn't like people didn't want her or wife them up or they weren't ready for commitment. It's just I wasn't. And so my point in saying this is when you hear a lot of men talk about the lack of quality women, I disagree. I think there's a lot of quality women. I do think some men maybe give attention to the wrong type of women, maybe based off of what they look like instead of the content of their character. But I think if a man says, I want to find a good woman that's ready to commit, I feel like there's a lot of options. Whereas from hearing from women, I don't feel like the same is true reversed. Like, here's the thing. I would never say that there's not a lot of good men because I feel like there are. But the caveat is, are there enough good men that want to commit? So here's the thing. A woman becomes a good woman and she's like, okay, I'm ready to settle down and commit. A man becomes a good man and says, you know what? I'm ready to play the field. Ooh, it's just uncomfortable truths today. Uncomfortable truths today is being spoken. Uncomfortable truths. So all right. So that to end this conversation. So I want to make sure I answer. So the question is, how come bad men pursue good women? And how can you protect yourself? So to protect yourself, here's the thing. And then everyone, we're about to go into a live chat portion. So you guys get to ask me questions live. All right. So Facebook, I'm gonna put a number below and you'll be able to text that number, get the link and ask me questions live. Okay. So just give me 2 seconds, but let me wrap this up. What can you do to protect yourself? So here's the thing. I think one of the reasons why women and men, but right now we're talking about women, succumb to this is because sometimes we date from what we hope will happen. You know, we date from what we hope will happen. We date from our sense of desperation, our lack of self-confidence. We date from our lust, our infatuation, and we're not dating from our sense of self-worth. And the reason I say that is because you meet a good guy, and instead of matching your expectations with where the relationship currently is, we start projecting out. You meet a good guy, you go on 4 different dates, and now it has to work. You know what I'm saying? It gotta work. You meet a good guy, you go 3 or 4 months, and then he starts showing you different things that shows you that maybe he's not as good as you thought he was. And then what do? Oh, I can fix this. We can work through this. Now, reasonably saying, when you're dating somebody, there are going to be some problem-solving opportunities, right? But trying to change somebody's fundamental character flaws is just not something I feel like as a dater you should be taking on as a responsibility. But here's what I would say, and I say this all the time to women and men, but women specifically. I feel like one of the most powerful parts of your femininity, and it might be different from you, but I'm for a broad topic. One of the most powerful parts of your femininity is your nurturing spirit, for the lack of better words, right? Being nurturing, caring. And sometimes men use that against you, that powerful quality, that God-given quality of being able to nurture and raise children. They'll use that against you and have you using the patience you have with your children on them. You know, a mother would never give up on their son. No matter how bad that son is, a mother will never give up on her son. It's just not going to happen, right? And so you use that same unconditional love on the man in your life. And sometimes it's like this thought of, okay, I can raise him. I can teach him. I can change him. And I ain't going to give up on him. And I think this is where you find that is that disconnect. And so now here you are 3 months in, 3 years in, shoot, a decade in, still trying to raise this grown boy into a man. And I say this all the time. It's been normalized. Think about it. It's been normalized that you should tolerate a man's flaws until he changes. It's been normalized. You know why it's been normalized? It's been normalized by the phrase, boys will be boys. And doesn't that give boys the license to do boy things? And it's never like good, right? It's always used as an excuse to absolve men or boys from responsibility of their actions. And so when you get in a relationship, sometimes I've had women on coaching calls tell me that it is their mothers that says, you know what, he's a man. Sometimes men are going to do that sometimes. And it's like, I just want, this is how I'm going to end it before I go into the calls. I want you to hold men as accountable as they hold you. Because trust me, if you were doing the same things they were doing, would they still be there? You know what I mean? So Facebook, do me a favor. Before we go into the call-in portion, I need you to do 2 things. I need you to like this video. Hit the like button. Boom, 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 boom. I need you to comment. Hit the like button. Or if you really love what you heard, do the heart eyes, the heart emoji.